Okay, so we decided against making that wiring replacement right now. What we want to do is try to focus on getting on a road test. So easy for me to get distracted, and the next thing you know, I'm spending hours on repairing a wiring harness on a vehicle. I don't even know how well it runs. So the main priority is get this thing running, driving on the road, and some of the minor issues like the no crank. We're gonna leave that remote starter hooked up for now because we want to get on the road test, get it warmed up, and see if there's any major performance issues or anything else that requires a more immediate attention. So what we have done is that line that goes into that connection, we just went ahead and tapped into that, ran it around, and got it running out the back of the engine doghouse. Got it set up for a circuit breaker and a little alligator clamp onto the positive post of the battery. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit this with the timing light, set it up about 10 degrees, and see how well it idles, and hook it up, hook up the vacuum, and then down the road we go on a little test drive. So let's see how well that works out. Alrighty. Timing's at 8 degrees. Got plenty of oil. Check this before, but it doesn't hurt. We got water in the radiator overflow, surge tank, whatever you want to call it. We are a little bit over full. I'm not going to worry about that. I'll change the filter later. And for test drive, we did add a little bit of wiring so that we can fire it up from the key. And I was just connecting that yellow wire from that red wire that was just hanging free. And we did find out where that other green wire went from the starter relay, or the lug, and that just kind of goes around and just stops. It's almost like it got melted, which I think it did. And what's interesting is that it's the only time I've ever seen a wire get melted to the point where there's no exposed copper at all. I could not get any kind of just test light to light up on that. So we're just going to leave that there, and we are going to get it on the road. Take it down, top it off with fuel. We're not sure if this fuel gauge works. It's showing 3/4. That's a lot of bad gas in there. And if things go good, then we'll switch to time lapse. So Okay, back from that test drive, and it was uneventful, thank goodness. Stopped at a couple of auto parts stores and topped it off with fuel. So that, I need to run this a little bit more because, man, I do not like the smell of that varnished fuel inside the shop. Regardless, the vacuum gauge is looking good. I'm going to show you that in a minute. I am going to get rid of this line so that I can button up that engine cover. Everything else was pretty good. There was looking like oil burning off the exhaust manifold. Looks like it was probably a valve cover gasket on the passenger side. Idled a little high on the way back after I stopped it. But other than that, everything was good. When I punched it in second, man, just a nice cloud of brown smoke. I'm thinking that that's just carbon buildup. So that's it. I think that as far as the wiring, that one wire that went disappearing to the front was for a siren. There was a hole here, I see. And a button or a knob or something like that. And so I think that fire department siren was hooked up. Let me see if I can see it. Right in there, I think. Yeah. That right there, that bundle. So, yeah, camera's kind of flipping out here on that. I also noticed that there is a another, I can't see it too well, but there's a set of horns in there. So interesting to see how those are going to sound. But that was it. So clean up that wiring a little bit, put on that air cleaner, installed the vacuum advance line. Steering seemed a little tight. It'd be nice to see if that front end needs a lube, and I think that's about it. We'll start making a list and checking it twice.